Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So, um, I was talking about the combination between the personal growth and the spiritual growth a few days ago, right? Or maybe yesterday or whatever. It's all merged in my head. Um, so I was just thinking that I had no thoughts. Yesterday morning when I woke up, I had so many things that I wanted to share. And this morning, just about as I was about to get ready to shoot my video, I was like, I have had no thoughts at all, nothing to share. And then I realized that there is a this concept like, do we want to keep healing and learning and all of that? Do we want to just keep working on healing, or do we want to live our lives? Do we want to even when we're in relationships, do we want to keep talking about our relationship, or do we want to actually have a relationship? That kind of thing. So yeah, I was living my life yesterday, so it was a good thing. I did Yesterday's verse was about when you um, I'm going to butcher it probably in the way I'm going to say it, but basically, like a tortoise pulls its limbs into its shell, pull your desire or your senses from the sense objects. Just pull it within your shell. So don't tempt yourself. Don't tempt by pinching the sleeping tiger, which is the desire for sense enjoyment. Don't pinch that. Just let the sleeping tiger lie, and do that. So I found myself doing that. It felt a little bit more doable and practical, and I was able to do that. So maybe you can try it as well. It might work for you, where if you feel very like drawn and attached to something, like I need this right now, I need this. Maybe try to pull back and see how it would feel to just pull back. And so this verse might also be pretty. This verse is very easy to tie with personal growth, so I will do that. We're doing chapter 2, verse 59 today, and let me sing it. विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते. So the translation: though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for sense object remains. But seizing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. Um, so yeah, same translation here, of course. So let me explain. Vishaya vinivartante. My voice isn't still perfectly okay. The objects for sense enjoyment, Vishaya, vinivartante, are practiced to be refrained from. So one who practices refraining from the objects of sense enjoyments, which we've started doing last verse by saying, let's pull our limbs inside the tortoise. Niraharasya dehinah, by negative resistance. So he explains here, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu explains here, that ahar is usually used for food, but for conditioned soul, these sense objects are like the food. So when we don't get the sense object, then we feel like we're not getting food because we're so used to it and we want it so much. So when ahar is the desire for food or the desire for the sense objects, and niraharasya, by negative restrictions, by blocking it. Dehina, for the embodied. So when the embodied blocks by negative restrictions and refrains from objects of sense enjoyment, rasa varjam rasopyasya. Rasa varjam, rasa is taste. So when we get the sense of enjoyment or the taste, rasa varjam, giving up the taste. Rasa is taste, giving up the thing. Rasopyasa, sense of enjoyment, even though there is his. So if we give up the taste for all of the, then we give up the taste. Okay, that is a little bit convoluted. I'm not sure if I fully get it. Although there is a sense of taste for sense of enjoyment, if we give it up, oh man, param drishtva nivartate, param, the high, the peak. So far superior things by experiencing, drishtva, by kind of by seeing, by experiencing, he ceases from. Wow. Okay, hopefully. Calm down. Okay. The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, although the taste of sense object remains. Yep. But by ceasing such engagements, by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. So that's the thing. When we want to diet or something, one of the big things, one of the big ideas out there is that we don't give up the things that we love. We just add things that are good for us, right? We don't give up the sugar. We add into our diet things that are really good for us. And slowly but surely we crowd out all of the bad things in our life. So this is exactly what he's saying here. When we are experiencing higher taste, when we are experiencing love for Krishna, or whatever higher taste means for you, if you're into the Advaita camp or some other camp, when we experience higher taste, then our desire for the lower taste automatically goes away. And we must have seen that so many times, right, in our lives. All of us must have experienced it many times, where we start doing things that are good for us and we no longer feel like doing things that are bad for us. So this verse is very practical and simple. So yes, let's add things into our lives that are higher taste, and then see how we feel about the lower taste things over time. Not like a day from now or a month from now we expect everything is going to be okay. Sometimes it takes years or decades, and that's okay. This is the tapasya, this is the sankharsh, this is the, when we want something amazing, then we need to be willing to work for it. Like I'm doing this every day, I'm doing these videos. Okay. Okay, my voice is not happy now. So I'm going to uh, say bye for now. I have one more video remaining to catch up, and then I'll be done. It's been a nice thing. Over the last 3 days, I've caught up with one video each day, because by the end of the day, I've been very tired and I've just rested. So, but it's worked. It's been a consistent cadence of catching up. So I'll do one more today. In a few hours before I leave for the day and before I start my tasks for the day, I'll do one more before I get tired, and then we can I'll be back on my schedule for one video a day starting tomorrow. Okay, I wish you a very, very beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.